Tarvii lisää aikaa. En mä miittaa mun estimateen. About. I mean, I'm ready now. Yeah. Can I go? Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Give me claps. Thanks. So this is CTR. It's a kart race. I mean, blue screen. Anyway, yeah. As I was saying, Dragon Mines is a really funny one, and the mine carts actually go faster on a TSC, and I apparently lost fire in the whole mess, but whatever. It becomes a bit more annoying to deal with on lap 3, but it's also because it's literally just easier to play on. The driving is easy, and the cycles are easy, and the jumps are easy, and everything just works. Yeah, that's fine. I U-turned there because I didn't get the mid-MT, but I was also gonna hit the cart probably if I didn't, so it's fine. Oh yeah, if you jump over their finish line, you can skip a lap and then you just lose the entire lap. That's happened to a lot of people. And I remember in a race once, a certain colleague of mine skipped that lap 3 times in a row and then forfeited the race. But yeah, you can see like that bridge there was a downhill and then you jump up. All the driving mechanics applied to the hub build, and I think that's really interesting in that you don't have fire, but it's still working. So yeah, like I said, hub 3. Blizzard Bluff had a skip, and coincidentally the only other snow level in the game also does. There's a harder version that people are probably going to complain about, and I know a certain the Red Hard BR is going to, but I'm not going to go for it because I'm really bad at it, hehe. And instead I'm going to do the easy version, which also looks scary. Like this. Oopsie daisy, that's fine. Alright. If you just jump like, keep jumping and hit the tip of the hill, then you can still make it, but that loses a lot of time. Actually, it's like a boom apparently. I didn't even know that was there. Okay. Oh, that didn't lose that much time actually. That's like 3 seconds maybe. Huh. Cool, nice. Also worth noting, the timer right now is just an estimate. We don't actually know what it was at. So hopefully this is somewhat accurate, but I'm also kind of pissed that I won't get a 51 maybe.
Easy mode record.
Easy mode. If it doesn't meet the estimate, we can just cut off minutes. I mean, I guess the skip is actually worth talking about, but it's really not. It's a really easy skip. It looks hard, and for a lot of people it is, but it is literally just 2 jumps and then you make it. For this variant of doing it, you just get, you turn around and then you get speed and then you go. If you get a good jump, you can also land at the downhill like that and then get all that speed. Carry it over.
Oh, by the way, Red Hot sent me a message saying when Paul finishes Dragon Mines, tell him to try BBJ. Thanks.
It's too late.
I'm sorry, I tried.
It's fine, I wasn't going to anyway. Not in a million years. I tried, actually no, I did try it again at Benzas, because I was cracking the game, and I got it first try and never again. So that was fun. Right, so here's the longest track in the game, and I did save a lot of the strategy explanations for this track specifically, because I literally have nothing else to talk about. In an actual, like, donation-driven marathon, you would just immediately tell, yeah, just read donations for like 3 minutes, but in here I can talk about, like, a bit deeper about the actual game mechanics. So, when you buffer a jump midair, it'll immediately jump upon contact on the ground. So you can also make it so that you're holding a direction and suddenly the game also does a drift at the same time. So what you're gonna see a lot here is right here. You do a drift jump sort of thing. People call that mid-MT. It's not entirely like faster than just doing normal jumps like this, but the benefit is that you can do turbos mid-air, which means you get more fire and thus save time by having better reserves. Also, it's a shining example of, like, I mean, this track is a shining example of racing lines. Sometimes you go a bit wider to cut corners tighter, like that. Well, that was my my intention, but whatever. I did it earlier. But if you double jump on bumps like this, you get more speed. You also get like this. But you have to jump beforehand to get a mid-air empty anyway, so that's how it works. You can also drop down on them and still get it. Oh, I can't believe it's only been one lap and I already ran out of things to say. Yeah, anyway, alright, so the fire system, right? That's something I did leave vague. Even though, yeah, you have reserves that build up when you get turbos, but it only activates when you drive over a proper turbo pad. By the way, that's lag, I love this version. Yeah, so when you drive over a turbo pad, you get the big flame. Otherwise, you cannot. Unless you get a nice landing, but anyway. And that's exactly why hitting walls is so tragic, in that if you hit it at the wrong spot and there's no turbo pad nearby, you just cannot get fired back until the turbo pad. And like you can see on the speedometer at the bottom right, yeah, yeah, that's where it is. Most of the time, the pointer, the pin, the needle is going to be a bit up, like more than 90 degrees. However, if you don't have fire, then it's going to be like 90 degrees. I don't know what that means in like actual numbers, I just know they're slower. But here you go like wider, so you can get this tighter. I think I went too wide there, but like whatever. It's fine, it's fine. The cutscene that the PAL version skips is right out of this track. It's the Komodo Joe introduction. Also, I forgot to jump and ice. Whatever. Yeah, this cutscene is what gets skipped. Oh yeah, another thing the PAL language glitch does is that it shovels around boss heads. I did mention that, but somebody, like, if you're interested in seeing something funny, just go search Crash Team Racing language glitch, and you'll probably get a million boss head videos. I think it's like vaguely entertaining for a lot of new viewers. I don't know, like, it's such a like absurd glitch that when you see the first time, it's like the funniest thing. But of course, I'm a jaded cool guy now. I've seen it 1,000 times. Whoa, so I don't care. Woo. Komodo Joe is another boss fight, obviously, duh, but he's a bit different in that he can sometimes just drop no items in your way anyway, and sometimes he just drops them in the worst spots ever. Like, I think he has the most notable variants of them all. Well, I guess Oxide might, but who cares? I think Joe's is more interesting, at least, because sometimes they're like right in your way behind hills or boxes and stuff, but you just can't see them. Get these nitros. Or they're like right there where you're never gonna go. Also, after this hop, I can tell the organizers that, hey, the time is probably wrong. Because that doesn't seem right. I don't like... What did I even mess up in this run yet? Hold on. This helps, actually. Oh, I did. I did. Alright, so... I think the timer has like 20-ish seconds extra. I think that's fine though, it's fine. Yeah.
You can still 51.
Yeah, I can still 51, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, thanks. It's my dream. If it's, I know when it's a 51 run. If it's not, then it's your fault, alright? We're going off that. So anyway, here's the most interesting hub, to me anyway. It's the most fun to drive and it has the most varied tech in it. Also, skips. Ooh, wow, you love skips because you love speed runs. Everybody does. Epic. So what do we get? Oh yeah, yeah, right. It actually does have a difference that's notable. So in this hub, there's introduced super turbo pads, which give you more than a maximum speed, which I guess means maximum speed in terms of this game. But the interesting property is that it doesn't get cancelled unless you boost again. This means if you don't boost, you can just keep it forever, up until your reserves run out. The ones you built through this. So, one nice miss, alright, good shit. So that means you need to do really full MTs, mid-turbos, to keep your gauge up, or the reserves, or whatever. I'm getting lost in terms while playing this game, who knew? There's a lot of letters to say. Just do full stuff and win, that's it. NGL. Apparently I'm like a cycle behind here for some reason, so that's kind of bad. I'll do some jank stuff here by doing this instead, because there's no way I'm gonna get the SG anyway. There you go, letters. Alright, yeah. I completely forgot. That's a super turbo pad I hit like 5 seconds ago. So it keeps it like this. Ta-da. And once you get a boost like that, it actually does mean that it gets cancelled, so that's why you have to jump off that to keep the ultimate speed thing. What that massive maximum speed thing is actually called, according to the French teenagers, is ultimate sacred fire, or USF for non-nerd terms. Right, so you can double jump off that sometimes. And it gives you speed, but sometimes also doesn't. But yeah, like this. It's a very specific turbo pad. In this track I hit it twice from different directions, so I get it twice. Oh dang. I jumped too high so I didn't get the mid-MT, which would have granted me another turbo. It's not a big deal though, but it just looks kinda ugly. Aww. That's kinda sad though. BR, please try for me. Because you're the only one who knows my pain. It's also a bad NGL, oh well. I mean, it didn't look bad like this. That's kind of what I mean with CTIs there. When you say like 1 second in a track, or a lap, then it's also 3 seconds for the entire course. And then like half a minute for the entire run. Cortex Castle is interesting. It's a bit unorthodox in its track level design. It's entirely 90-degree curves outside like one section in it, but yeah. Which also makes it all that much more annoying to keep fire in, which you need to do for the USFs. But given that NGL is already done, there's not that much in here. Because it's a very bare bones USF track. I think it's a lot of fun to drive through, simply because of its course design. But it doesn't introduce anything new other than having to give extreme care of your MTs. Otherwise this thing just won't last. Oh, well, I guess there's something to talk about. So on PAL, whenever you see me run marathons on PAL, it's like, I don't grab that turbo pad, but NTSC having a higher frame rate means your reserves run out faster, because they run out every frame, so 30 FPS is obviously higher than 25 FPS as well. And that means you need to do either more MTs or get boost from some other source, aka that turbo pad, which only loses like 0.1 or something, I don't know, per lap. But yeah, you get this. Well, actually, I guess I'll just mention the thing we planned to do on lap 3. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, let me like rehearse in my head how long it takes to say it. because it's important.
Oh no.
Well, I can keep it because, yeah, if you just jump it, you can still keep it for a while. Anyway, clearly this course has went bad, so there's no use in going for the USF anymore. So what we planned with my boy Zibang is that if, if I do the 360, the old 360 in Cortex Castle, he'll eat a raw onion on stream again.
And he must finish it this time.
Yeah.
Last time he didn't.
So we'll see what happens here.
It's the time. Oh my god, he did it.
Wow.
He's the god of video game.
I can't believe the fate of the onion has befallen on Zibang Arang.
So yeah, Zibang will eat an onion tomorrow on stream at 12 p.m.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Right,
wow.
epic. So let's circle around for a bit. I emptied too early. So the thing about that like bar there, you actually see it all the time on the bottom right. That's my boost gauge, I think it's called. Like so. You can only get MTs when it's red, so I accidentally boosted while it was green, so it doesn't give you anything. However, when you do a mini turbo, you actually nudge forward a bit, so that makes your cornering better. Meaning, even though oftentimes you want to do full boosts to keep your reserves up, other times you also want to do short ones to help yourself turn better and cut corners and stuff, because wow, racing games, classics. Oh, that's oh, wow. Yeah, that's like 2 skips in one. I completely forget. Like, that's how... Yeah. The thing is, like, when you run CTR for so long, it's just everyday business. You don't even know what other parts of tracks have. Anyway, that was like 2 skips in one. And like I said, Hub 4 is really massive in skips. That saves, like, I don't know, probably a minute. Who cares? It's a lot of seconds. And it adds up really quickly. Here's another nice corner cut, by the way. I like this one more than the actual skip. But yeah, so when you go far into a track, you load the track further ahead. It's not entirely a chunk system, more it's like the further you are into the track, the further it's loaded. So if you can find a way to essentially go backwards and hit the furthest part of the track you've loaded, then you can land there. And that's how you just kind of like go backwards and then hit the track under it and save a couple of seconds. Like a minute. There's a lot of like technical explanation, but honestly all you need to know is that you can go backwards and you can hit those tracks. And you can jump over the fence if you drive a specific way. I didn't get the boost. Or the SG thing. But yeah, this is also annoying because lap 3 has the AI anyway, which it didn't. Nice. Alright, well that was helpful. I guess I'll explain the second shortcut when I get the pinstripe. Because all the boss tracks are just repeats of the pre-existing tracks. Which also means that when there's a big skip in a track, like this one, it adds up really quickly, because instead of 3 laps, you're doing 6 laps. But here's the final, like, unique track you're gonna see. Ooh, the space station. Actually, no, it's not. You don't know what it is yet. Alright, it is the space station. So, this one also has a skip right at the start, and pretty much half the track is a skip. If I don't get it, then that sucks, but whatever. So you do the same thing. You land roughly, like, that's actually really technical to explain, but I guess I'll try to put it in simple terms. You land far into the track to load the track further, so I can land here better, and then I can perform the entire sequence, which skips like half the track. And you do that like 6 times in the run. I like the latter half more, because there's a lot of downhills here, and if CTR plays its own cards right, because I have no control, obviously, duh, then I can get a lot of speed boost, like maybe here. That's alright. But yeah, this is like... You could also drive down the spiral. Nice. Alright, well, it sucks. Which I'll show off now, because it's a bit slow to go there, probably. I don't know. It's not actually, but... It's gonna do it anyway. So you can just go down here, and you actually land down here from the fence. And then you drive back up. So that means you've loaded the track further in, and then you can just go here and land on this bit of the track. That was dirty, but whatever, it made it. Ooh, yeah, this looks good. Nice. I missed the turbo pad, dude. That sucks. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Easy peasy every time except that one time. Aw. It's really sad when you get like stuck to the ground. I don't know why that happens, but it just does. Maybe I'm not mashing well enough, who knows. But yeah, the rest of the tracks are just gonna be repeats. I guess there's a funny cutscene sort of deal here for everybody who follows the CTR scene, which is no one here.
You call that racing? Forget about it.
But the chat's gonna have fun.
You're just gonna face outside. You're just gonna have to get past me first. I'm the speed champion here, and I'm gonna save oil. And for a sizable fee, of course.
But again, now that we're back here, and I completely missed out on explaining the second shortcut, which is actually the easier one. I guess I'll get there first, but yeah, it's the same thing as doing the first one, really. You drive far in, and then you just jump somewhere that you've loaded the track in, and that's it. It just looks a lot simpler, so it seems different. Oh, I got it. Nice. There we go. So you drive like fine there, and then you just jump over this, and ta-da, you've gone to the other side, which skips. I guess you cannot tell from the squiggly lines or anything, but it's a lot of time saved.
Have some of this.
Oh, that sucks. Nice.
Yeah, right.
If you miss the fire there, you lose like an immediate 2 seconds. So. It's not a big deal, but it looks bad.
Good night.
I also have no idea how to do that jump in NTSC. I figured you can like squiggle your turns or something, weave it around, but it doesn't seem to always work. You're supposed to get like a double jump off there. I think that's a bit faster, but on NTSC you jump too hard to actually make it. You always jump over the turbo pad. Not always, but yeah. Whatever. Yeah, that sucks. I didn't get the boost because I went too tight. However, the track is still loaded from where I drove. Getting respawn doesn't actually change that, so that's fine. However, there's another issue. Now that I'm too slow, Pinstripe's actually going to be ahead of me. Yeah, he's like looming there. And then he's going to shoot bombs, and they're probably going to hit me because they do every time. There we go. Oh, nice.
Hey, Paul, what are your thoughts on Jack X?
Gee, I don't know. By the way, that sucked. Let's pretend I'm good at games for a while. Hey, there we go. I think Jack X is fun. Let's talk about other games. It's comedy relief. So anyway, Jack X is like a different game. It's another Naughty Dog racing game because apparently they make a racing game every third installment of the series they have. Unlike, well, they didn't do that for Uncharted, obviously, but both Crash and Jack got a racing game, and they're vastly different in that this is well, actually no. There's one like really notable similarity between the two. There's like they're both physics based. Obviously, this is a PS1 game, so it's a lot more arcadey in the sense that you just bounce around and get like really immense speed and stuff. But on the PS2 era, Jack X has like somewhat realistic physics blended in with arcade mechanics. It's a fun game, but it's really bad Cause yeah, it's fun, but it's really bad. No, it's fun only in time trials, but it's bad in casual because it's an RNG hellfest. Unlike this game, obviously. I say that half ironically because on the dirt lap, this may or may not go really wrong. Who knows? Oh, this sucks. At least I have turbo, so I can make up for it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Aw, it's stuck. But yeah, Oxide, you don't see his items up until lap 3, but he has a lot of items. He's a mixture of all the previous boss battles by doing as doubles. He has every single item they do, and he fires them in phases. Unfortunately, yeah, that's my fault. I'm not going to explain what happened there, because it's kind of boring. But yeah, he fires them in phases, and unfortunately, the dirt phase happens to be when it hits you. And there's like bottles in your way, so they linger there instead of like blowing up. But I don't know if that hit might actually negate the effect of it. I don't know. We'll have to see, because I'm going too fast now. That's actually a fine lap, even though I got... I don't know, I think something happened. I completely mind blocked. Anyway, this sucks. Yeah, nice layout. Alright, so I couldn't go from the left side, which is kind of what you need to do, and then you just kind of like... try to fluke it out. If that doesn't happen, then who knows?
You can steal 51.
I can still... well, no, I don't know. Who knows? If it's not 51, they'll make it 51, so that's... I got it in the bag now. But yeah, that's really unfortunate RNG. I could have done a thing or two about it. No, I don't think I can do it anymore.
No, not anymore.
Maybe not. I don't know. Never rule it out. I'll try getting a turbo item. Then I'll use it for good. Wow, nice. Obviously not. Yeah, I can't do it. Anyway, make it 51.
Time is coming up.
Yeah, this
Now.
time.
Time. Yeehaw. Clap, clap, clap.
It's a 51:59 because the time is wrong. That's how I know.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, this makes it the third time FinRuns has cut off my run in the middle of it. So I'm glad this running tradition. Other than that, I have nothing to say anymore. So, thanks for watching. And thanks for having me.